former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. You know how frustrated I am here. And I know you're going to tell me, as a friend, that I've never been a speaker or a congressman and that the wheels of the bureaucracy move ever so slowly. My patience is gone, as is the patience of the American people. They had 8 years to prepare for this moment. They weren't ready to lead.
Right. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah, that's obvious.
You also have to deal with reality.
You're not allowed to make me laugh during a serious point.
No, all I'm saying is, look, the ox is in the ditch. Now we got to get the ox out of the ditch. You're right. It would have been better if the ox hadn't gotten in the ditch, but it did. I think it would have been better, frankly, and you won't like this answer, I think they'd have been better off not to have even tried until they absolutely had all their ducks lined up and they were totally prepared. I'm switching animal metaphors here. And they were totally prepared and my view is, if you need 216, you better get 224, because you have to have a couple of guys at the last minute are going to come running in, wringing their hands, saying, oh, I don't know if I can vote for this. I've been through that one. So I think they will get there. The other thing, which frankly, I do not understand, and I think the House Republicans have got to do a better job of, and the Senate Republicans also, is everybody has to know going in what's in the bill. It doesn't do any good to have this group have a deal and then this group has a deal, and everybody in the middle is going, what's going on? Because what happens then is somebody brand new who was not a problem now becomes a problem. So it takes a lot of massaging. I do think they're learning. I think they're trying very hard. But some of these are very big issues. And if you listen to the president, he's setting a very high standard here. And I think that's an important thing to remember.
Why does that not... When they want the House in 2010 and they get the House on this issue, when they want the Senate in 2014, they get the Senate. And by the way, I'm still mad at some of these leaders, and I'll mention names. Paul Ryan. He didn't really support the president, called him horrible names, wasn't out campaigning with him. And you know what? At this point, this late in the game, they don't have their act together. Nobody reads the bill, no consensus built, and we don't even know if it'll pass this week. I think I speak for the average person who's sick of this. And they're saying, get your act together. And I don't see urgency in Paul Ryan. I know you serve the House with urgency. He doesn't.
Oh, I just don't agree with you. I talk to Paul regularly. I know how frustrated he is. I know how frustrated both the moderates and the Freedom Caucus are. And part of my view, having done this for a living at one time, is get over it. This is really hard. You know why this is really hard? It's every fifth dollar in the American economy. It is life and death. Obama designed a system that is hopelessly destructive. Figuring out how to get out of that, how to fix it, is really hard. And yes, you're right. They had lots of votes in the past, but you know what? Those were show votes. Nobody thought they were going to become law. Nobody cared for careful attention. This is the real deal. I mean, when they pass this, if it goes to the House and the Senate and Trump signs it, it's the new law. And therefore, it's perfectly reasonable to have a very high standard here. Then I'll tell you what the real standard is.
Are you worried they'll make the same mistake on this on other big legislation agenda items of the president? Because I am.
It's not the same problem. This is the only thing that is absolutely narrowly partisan. Because it's Obamacare. I mean, you can't go to a Democrat and say, will you help me repeal Obamacare? Because their left will go crazy and destroy them in the primary. So this one is all on the Republican shoulders. You want to do tax reform, you ought to be able to get some Democrat votes. I mean, if you can't cut taxes in a way that a bunch of Democrats want to help, it's a pretty bad bill. You want to do infrastructure? You're going to build bridges and highways and all sorts of things?
I don't think Trump could offer $100,000 to every American, and they'd say, why isn't it 105?
I think when folks back home go, you want to give me how much? That all of a sudden those town hall meetings for the Democrats start going, you're going to vote against my getting that money? Then I'm going to vote against you getting a salary next year because I'm going to fire you.
All right, Mr. Speaker, always good to see you. Thank you for being with us.